Okay, welcome back to my class. In the previous classes, we have already discussed government receipts as well as we have discussed the government expenditure. What are the different expenditures which are made by the government? What are the various sources of the receipt of the government that we have already discussed. Today, we are going to discuss a topic that is measures of government deficit. Before discussing the measures of government deficit, let us see what are the different types of a budget. Let us see budget is of two types. We can say types of budget. One is called balanced budget, balanced budget. Another one is called unbalanced budget. So budget is of two types. One is balanced budget, another one is balanced, unbalanced budget. Balanced budget, let us see what is balanced budget. You are knowing there is the total receipt of the government, there is total expenditure of the government. If suppose total receipt of the government is equal to the total expenditure of the government, suppose total receipt is equal to total expenditure of the government, then that budget is known as balanced budget. So balanced budget shows the stability of the economy. If the economy is stable, then that time the balanced budget is preferred. But generally what happens, either this surplus budget or let us say deficit budget is preferred into the countries, into the economy. So the second type of budget is unbalanced budget. Unbalanced budget is of two types. One is, we can say, is surplus budget. Surplus budget. And another one is deficit budget. So let us see what is surplus budget and what is deficit budget. Here we have seen total receipt and total expenditure. If suppose what happens, total expenditure, if suppose total expenditure is less than total receipt, or we can say total receipt of the government is greater than total expenditure of the government. Total receipt. Receipt means there are two types of receipt. One is revenue receipt, another one is capital receipt. So if we add the capital receipt and revenue receipt, we'll get the total receipt. If the total receipt of the government is more than the total expenditure means revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. It may be planned expenditure, it may be non-planned expenditure, it may be developmental expenditure and non-developmental expenditure. So total expenditure, if the total receipt of the government is more than the total expenditure, then we call it is a surplus budget. So surplus budget is preferred in case of deficit, means in case of excess demand. Whenever there is excess demand into the economy, whenever the government wants that the excess demand is causing inflationary situation into the economy and excess demand is to be reduced, and in that cases what happens, excess demand is a situation in which aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply corresponding to the level of full employment. So in that cases what happens, surplus budget is preferred. In case of surplus budget, government reduces the expenditure, government expenditures are reduces, and other side, let us say, this government used to impose high rate of taxes so that, let us say, the gap between the total expenditure and total receipt is to be reduced. And what happened, the consumption expenditure of the economy is to be reduced. So whenever the government thinks the consumption expenditure is to be reduced into the economy, government used to prefer surplus budget. Or whenever the government wants that inflationary situation is to be checked, then government used to adopt the surplus budget. There is another type of budget, that is the deficit budget. Deficit budget, in case of deficit budget, this total expenditure is greater than total received. Here let us see, total expenditure means revenue expenditure and capital expenditure of the government. Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure of the government is more than the revenue total receipt. Total receipt means revenue receipt and capital receipt. Revenue receipt means you are knowing tax receipt and non-tax receipt. Capital receipts you are knowing includes the borrowing, includes the disinvestment, includes the small saving, includes the recovery of loans, etc. So here deficit budgets are preferred, or deficit budgets are preferred in case of the deficient demand, in case of deflationary situation. Whenever government thinks that there is deficiency into the economy, there is no proper usage of all the resources into the economy. So that time what happened? The government used to adopt the deficit budget. So here let us see deficit budget. In case of deficit budget, what the government is doing, government used to reduce the rate of taxes so that the consumption, the propensity to income, propensity to income of the people increases, the level of income of the consumer increases, and let us see then what happened, that aggregate demand should increase, the purchasing power of the people should increase into the economy. So deficit budgets, let us see this deficit budget. Deficits are being measured in three types. There are three types of the deficit. One is called the revenue deficit, another one is called fiscal deficit, and third one is called primary deficit. So we'll discuss one by one. All the three types of deficit we'll discuss one by one, and the first one is called revenue deficit. So revenue deficit is related with the revenue budget of the government, and revenue budget is related with the total revenue received and total revenue expenditure. Revenue budget or revenue deficit is related with the revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. You are knowing, let us say, the government used to collect the revenues through the revenue receipt. Revenue receipts is there. Let us see revenue receipt. There are two sources of revenue receipt. One is called tax receipt. Another one is called non-tax receipt. Taxes, you are knowing the different types of the direct taxes. Indirect taxes are being imposed by the economy, by the government into the economy. And so direct taxes, indirect taxes are there. Then non-tax receipts are there. Fees are there. Fines are there. Dividends are there. So different sources are there of the government non-tax receipts. So revenue expenditure. So here let us see what revenue deficit mean. Revenue deficit refers to excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipt during a given fiscal year. Revenue deficit is equal to revenue expenditure minus revenue receipt. Revenue expenditure minus revenue receipt. It means excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipt during a fiscal year is known as revenue deficit. You take the example. If the revenue expenditure of the government is 15,000 crores. So 15,000 crore is the revenue expenditure, and suppose this revenue receipt is only 12,000 crores. So 12,000 crores. So revenue expenditure is 15,000 crore and revenue receipt is 12,000 crore. This 12,000 crore is the government income. This is the income of the government. This is not borrowing of the government. This is not the income received from other sources. This is the income of the government which has been received in the form of tax and non-tax receipt. So this is equal to 12,000 crores, and revenue expenditure, revenue expenditure is the routine expenditure of the government, the day-to-day expenditure of the government. Revenue expenditures are the expenditure of the government, let us see, which includes the payment of wages and salaries, which includes the pension payments, which includes the subsidies, which includes the scholarships, which include the interest payment, which includes, let us say, defense and administrative expenditure of the government. So this expenditure are the routine-wise expenditure. Revenue expenditures are expenditure which goes continuously in order to function the government. So this is the routine expenditure. So this is 15,000, this is 12,000. Certainly what we have seen here, there is a gap of 3,000 crores. Let us see here 15,000, here 12,000, and here there is the 3,000 crores. There is a gap of 3,000 crore. This gap we can call revenue deficit. So this deficit shows the inability of the government to finance from the revenue receipt. So revenue receipt is less, expenditure is more. So certainly in this situation, what will happen? What will be the implication of the revenue deficit into the economy? Revenue deficit indicates the inability of the government to meet the expenditure on routine functioning of the economy. Inability of the government, revenue deficit indicates the inability of the government to meet the expenditure on routine functioning of the economy. Let us see, it implies this saving. This saving you are knowing. So this saving means negative saving. There is no saving of the government. If suppose it would have been revenue receipt would have been 15,000 and revenue expenditure would have been 12,000, so there would have been the saving of the government. But here there is negative saving. So negative saving, so it implies this saving. This saving means negative saving on government account because government is using up saving of other sectors of the economy to cover gap between revenue expenditure and revenue receipt. So this gap of 3,000 crores will be covered from the savings of other sectors of the economy. It implies that the government has to make up this deficit by disturbing its capital budget either through borrowings or sale of its assets. So what the government will do, government will make up this deficit by disturbing its capital budget either through borrowings or by sale of its assets. So what the government will do, the government will either borrow and finance these 3,000 crores or government make this saving, government may sell the asset of the government. It means the government asset will reduce in order to cover this deficit, in order to finance this deficit of 3,000 crores. So let us see, it means that revenue deficit either leads to an increase in the liability in the form of borrowings or reduces the asset through the sale of its asset. It means disinvestment. So what will happen? This revenue deficit either leads to an increase in liability in the form of borrowings or reduces the asset through the sale of its assets. So another one, use of capital receipts may lead to an inflationary situation in the economy. So what the government will do if there is the revenue deficit into the economy, then government will use the funds which are let us see made for the creation of the asset. Capital expenditures are the expenditure which are used to create the assets into the economy. So the capital money, the capital expenditure will be reduced and the money will be diverted from capital expenditure to the revenue expenditure to meet this deficit. So what will happen? This will create the unnecessary inflationary situation into the economy. Here the level of income will increase without creating any asset into the economy. So asset will not increase, rather the income of the people into the economy will increase. Income increases means consumption expenditure will increase. So let us see last one, last implication. Higher borrowings would increase the future burden to repay the loan amount and interest payment. It means higher borrowings would increase the future burden to repay the loan amount and interest payment. So certainly let us see, if borrowings will increase, if the borrowing into the economy increases, even to meet the revenue deficit, then certainly the burden of the loan and the burden of the interest payment will increase, and the burden will shift to the future generation. So that is not good for the economy. So what the government should do, the government either should reduce the revenue expenditure, such as, let us see, government subsidies. Government is giving the subsidies, government is giving the direct benefits to the people. So that should be cut down, and the revenue receipts are to be increased. The rate of taxes, the rate of non-taxes are to be increased. So if revenue receipt will increase, if revenue expenditure will decrease, then revenue deficit can be minimized. When the revenue deficit can be minimized, the borrowings can also be reduced, then the repayment of loan can be reduced, then interest payment also can be reduced. I think the concept of revenue deficit is clear to all of you. Once again, let us see, revenue deficit is referred to excess of revenue expenditure over revenue received during a given fiscal year. Revenue deficit is equal to revenue expenditure minus revenue received. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Okay, thank you.